Check, check, check. What's going on, y'all? It's D Train one more again. Excuse me. Let me clear my throat. Let me check my levels. Bing bang. Chickadee bow. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Sounding like Scott Adams. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. All right, yo, man. Oh man, it was like I talked to y'all the other day. And man, it's like a lot happened, but not a lot, but kind of, right? Okay, so I don't know if I talked about this last time, but I was trying to come up on my game a little bit. I was like, yeah, man, when I wake up in the morning, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get right. And then the morning came, right? I got the kids off to school. I sit down, have my coffee. I get this text. Yo, Donnie, are you coming out here? I'm like, oh, you know what I mean? It was like, you know, now you got to go do something, you know, because I don't know. That's kind of how my life uh, is situated right now. When when the work is there, you just jump. You jump to it and get it done. Boom, bam. You made some money, and now you up on the day, and and you pick the kids up, and then it's like, okay, everything is normal. But a lot of times, people don't know what you did in the day. Like you sleeping, right? And it's like you tired. And you're like, why are you sleeping? I'm like, I'm tired. And nobody asked what you did. But it's all good, man. you know. But I'm glad I did it because I was spending time with a man. I'm gonna call him Mr. J Bone, and in a nursing home, and he has Parkinson's, but his mind is there. It's just, he has Parkinson's. He's kind of old. He can't get around that much. He talks low. He's getting up in age, so it's probably hitting him a little bit harder. Uh, he's on the medicines, so some of it could be the medicines. You know what I mean? But talking to him, man, it's like he's like pretty much sparring with you, dude. He's a fighter, not a fighter, but he's a witty little character. Damn, I'm sorry. Yeah, let me clear my throat. So I've been doing that the last couple days, helping him and my people, you know. So it's kind of taking me off my other game, and then at the same time, I gotta I gotta do something about this yard sale that you know I kind of have to be there. So that's kind of like, okay, you gotta do what you gotta do. Time is of the essence. There are times when I could, fight through it, but man, I tell you what, boy, they be like, pow, do this, bam, we need to do this, scatter. You need to go get that, boom. And it's on like Donkey Kong for real. But yeah, man, we got a bunch of okay. So yeah, let's get into this, man. HPV searches in North Carolina. They saying that people are doing a bunch of searches for HPV in North Carolina. Uh, man, that sounds like, you know what, that kind of sounds like when they wanted to promote suicide, so they did a suicide commercial and a whole bunch of people started committing suicides. I think they want people to get these HPV vaccines, and I uh, I took the liberty of looking up the package insert, and I tell you what, man, you, numbers are one thing, but like if you associate those numbers with people, the number, and then you extrapolate it over more numbers, it's kind of, you, you gotta go look into it, please. Okay. um just look up package insert, and then whichever vaccine you have a question about. Okay. And then sometimes it'll say PDF right next to it, and then you click on that. And should we do it right now, or man, I don't know if I can do it, man. People are getting kicked off of Facebook. Hell, I don't know if I'm allowed, man. Can I do that? I just gave you instructions, right? All you got to do is do it, right? But look, man, I guess I'm somewhat of a geek nerd. I don't know what the difference is, but one of them's different. Anyway, I guess I'm kind of a like, my piano teacher told me, Donnie, you're like, you have people with the left brain and right brain. You're like straight up the middle. And I think that was probably my problem. But my point is this: I was when going through high school and middle school, elementary, I'd say junior high. Um, I was into like band and stuff like that, music. So I had that experience. I liked it. I sang in high school, so that, and I, dibbled and dabbled in some, poetry and writing. But when I went to college, um, it was science. It was like chemistry, biology, physics, math. Those were my main courses. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like my brain is kind of trained on a few different levels, um, at different points in my life, but it sticks with you, certain parts of it, you know. And the more you use it, the better you are at it, you know. So after I graduated college, I worked in a restaurant for a few years, and then I worked at a pharmaceutical sales company. Uh, it's like a contract company, and I was on uh, anti like a, what is it, hypertension drugs. One was a calcium channel blocker, and the other one was a ACE inhibitor. Um, they work on different systems. Um, but one of the things that I learned was that whenever they administer a drug, it comes with a package insert. A package insert. Okay, it's in the box. It's like a one piece of paper, and it's got a whole bunch of writing on it on both sides, right? Um, and on it, it'll tell you like a bunch of information. Okay, and a lot of this is online. You could look it up. Um, but if you look at the numbers and you really start getting into it, and you start, nerding out and geeking out a little bit, you start looking at the different sections where it's talking about how many people were affected in the studies and whatnot. Like, you know, let's say it's like 256 out of 1700, right? I mean, if you think about it, that's a big number. Let's What if it's like 1%, 1% of the population, or what if it's like 6%? You know, and you're looking at these numbers, and you're looking at the numbers against the whole number, and it's like, wow, what if you like 10 times or 100 times that number, right? How many people are getting it, and how many people is it affected? Because they have all kinds of different things that it might affect. Okay. And the one I was looking at was what was it? Deaths, systemic autoimmune deficiencies, and pregnancy. I think one of those numbers was like 25% of the people who had pregnancies. It was, I don't know if it was see, that's the thing. I mean, I'm slipping on the numbers, but you can, like I said, you can go look at it. Um it was like either uh they didn't come to term, or they had birth deficiencies, and the number was pretty high. And I don't want to put any one particular um HPV vaccine on the spot, but you can go do your own little search. You know what I'm saying? Hell, they even have some stuff on YouTube. I haven't even gotten that far, man. I was like, yo, I gotta get on the airwave, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna move on from that. But all I gotta say is, like, before you know, put your kids out there like that, go ahead and look some of that stuff up. Some of the studies, not only studies, but some of the things, stories that people have been telling about some of the latter injections, or ladder of the phase. I think it's like three. It's like it's in, like, you take it in like three phases, and some of them. So yeah, just at least be interested in it, because I understand. Once now you have to make a decision, and that's the hard part, making a decision and going through that whole process. I've been through that process. I'm still, kind of going through it, really, until what? I don't know what the what is, but yeah. Anyway, moving on. So what's the next thing? Snoop agrees with Trump. Okay, so really, I didn't know what to call this part of it, because it's almost like Snoop um is saying, why are you uh uh silencing this man on this platform, and yet at the same time, you know, I don't know, he's against Donald Trump, but the very people that are against Donald Trump are the very people that took down Farrakhan's Facebook page, along with Alex Jones, Laura Loomer, Paul Joseph Watson, I think Gavin, and some other people. Some dude, I don't know who that is. I mean, look, just taking them down, I just learned of somebody else I didn't know about, so it's kind of making them bigger. They listed. they're on a list, but now people want to go see what they said. What was so bad and what's so crazy is that a lot of them, like some of them, agreed with Gavin McInnes, and that was part of the reason they got kicked off. Really? I mean, it's kind of like the Twitter thing with Alex Jones, where it was like he got kicked off because I don't know. Do you know? I don't know. Me either. Okay. Well, Sandy Hook. Sure. Let's just say that. And then in this case, it's Gavin, with the exception of maybe Farrakhan. I haven't listened to many of it. Oh, and that's the other thing. Oh man, see, that's what I was saying before. It was like a month or two ago, maybe 6 months ago, maybe it was a year ago. I don't know. I've been saying it for a minute, but you conservatives need to be careful what you guys call for too, or we. I don't know. I guess I'm conservative. Yeah, I like to be careful with that because um, sometimes I might say the word Republican. I know I'm not a Republican because some of these Republicans acting crazy too, and I'm not a Democrat definitely because they went full crazy. I mean, I'm unaffiliated, but I'm more conservative than anything. I mean, hell, I guess right now I'm just a Trump dude so far. I mean, not to say that, I want to go into Venezuela or I want to attack Syria, or not to say that, I want to give countries money when we can't get our own money for our own issues, you know, but still, I got, I hope the man beats all they asses who try to get him. Yes, I do. I hope he sends all the asses to jail. So yeah, let me fix this screen. Uh, my screen's been acting up. We finally unboxed one of our. Got my Las Vegas hat on. Yeah, but that's what I was saying, man. You know, all these people like to hate on Farrakhan when I was. You know what? In a way, I feel kind of responsible because I was the one who said that if anything, Farrakhan was part of the reason why Hillary got um, not elected. Because remember that interview with him and Alex Jones, and there's two right there, two of those people. They got rid of two of those people who were instrumental in either getting Trump elected or not getting Hillary elected. You know what I'm saying? Because he was vocal. He didn't quite say that he was for Trump before, but he did say that Hillary Clinton wasn't good. You know, and I think that's enough. Um, and then later he said that, well, it seems like Donald Trump and I have some of the same enemies. Now, that's not an endorsement, but I can understand if the man wants him to whip the ass of the enemies that he had that they both have in common, you know? So you got to keep that in mind too. Not saying that, I mean, Farrakhan's Farrakhan. I mean, I believe that he loves black people, but I think he disdains the system that he feels is keeping him and his people down. So, uh, that's that. Yeah, I don't know. What you think? I'm gonna get better at looking at the chat if there is one, and reading this stuff and keeping my brain straight. But it's hard keeping my brain kind of straight and read. You know what I mean? So yeah, Snoop Dogg is on the side of Trump at this point. As far as yeah. I like to see that go. I like to see that somewhere. Matter of fact, I might make it. Snoop endorses Trump. He's like, take that down, nigga. Now. Um, what else we got? Oh yeah. So there's no collusion, right? And they got this was Senate Judiciary hearing committee with Barr or whatever. And and Barr said, "Yo, man, I ain't going to the House one because these motherfuckers are crazy." So he was like, "Fuck that," and they got mad. They got mad. It was like, "Uh, we want you to talk." He was like, "Oh no, man, we got hey y'all, hey." But this Bar talking. He's like, "Yo, we got people to put in jail, so we don't have time. I don't have time for all these meetings. I gotta figure out who is gonna come up and see if they're gonna lie again so we can put them shackles on, dog. What? Hey, I know it needs to be done. You people are dirty. That's Bar. Hey, those were the subtitles to everything that's going on. You ain't even gotta watch the news. Okay, just tune into D Train. D Train to break that shit down for you. He's like Bars like, hey man, y'all going to jail. Hey, he should. Hey, you know what? They got the media on their backs on their side though. So they're gonna make it like a travesty. They're gonna turn him into Hitler. See Hitler and Stalin, they just offed all their like detractors. That's what they're gonna say, and at the same time, they're the ones trying to like throw somebody down. You know? Oh man, that's messed up. Did y'all know? This dude Papadopoulos. Okay, so this dude Papadopoulos, um, he's one of the people that they were that they wanted to investigate, right? Because they said that he was going around saying that see, I didn't have any names and specifics the last time I talked about it, but I have a few more details now because you know, I done went in and I done said, yeah, all right, cool. These let me see who the different players are, right? And they got another honeypot. So that kind of makes it. I wish they had a picture. He should have took a selfie or something and said, "Yo, man, this is the honeypot that they threw at me." Right? But his wife is a beautiful woman, man. She's smart. She's highly intelligent. Papadopoulos's wife, fiance at the time. Oh, dude, she picked him. She was like she's like the star of this shit for real, for real, for real. I mean, because I remember a few months ago hearing him talk about it on Alex Jones. Man, he was like, "Yo," his fiance was like, "Hey, man, you said that's nah, dude. That's that dude right there. He's full of shit." Right? Basically, in so many words, that dude is a Hillary Clinton person, right? So he starts looking at this is after he did his like, lost his like shit, right? And she was like, "Yo, man, so don't sleep on his wife. Don't sleep on Papadopoulos's wife because she's like on point. She kind of reminds me of Melania. Melania reminds me of my wife and my mama." At specific times, man. They all a little crazy, okay? Don't get me twisted. They all a little bit crazy, sometimes you be like, what in the hell happened to the genius I just saw? But when they are on point. And so that's an aside, okay? You that's a whole nother part of the story. Um and you might not get that take anywhere else. I don't know. This is D Train talking. Bunkmaster. Here we go. So somebody put out. Hold on. Can y'all hear me? All right. So he got a email from this dude, this Cambridge professor named Stefan Halper, right? And he was like, he sent him an email and said, "Yo, man, I heard you know something about this, that, and the others because Papadopoulos is this energy security expert dealing with Cyprus, Israel, and Turkey, right? And this dude is out of London, and homeboy was like, "Yo, man, I'm gonna put you in touch with this honeypot. I mean, this my assistant, and she's gonna come out and make sure that the shit is straight. Make sure you are worthy of talking to me." Right? This is like the mind games that they play on you, right? So then this honeypot, I mean Azra Turk, the assistant, she put on her nice black dress or something. I don't know what she really wore, but I'm thinking she probably put on some like red makeup. She probably put them damn fake ass, like she couldn't speak much English, but that's kind of like cute and hot at the same time. Oh, I don't know that. So let me tell. So, what do you say? Are you a Russian? Um, I'm hot. Look at my legs. Uh, did Donald Trump meet with the Russians? Right? And so he kind of was like, yo, uh, I mean, hold on, man. What the hell's going on? So next day, right? He makes it to the next level. She's like showing her legs, trying to like flash a little ass. And next day, she's like in the role of like the coffee server and shit. And homeboy Stefan Halper shows up and he's like acting all big willy at dinner, like, yo, that shit is too warm. That shit, hey, I want some hot. I said some hot coffee, Azra. Don't be giving me no, George Papadopoulos is sitting there looking like, yo, man, what's going on, man? He's like being irate at her, irate at me. So then they go, they somehow convene. He said, this ain't no, this is bullshit. So next day, she flashed a little bit more ass and tits and shit, and he's like, all right, I'm out. These people ain't about what they said they about. So I'm a exit stage, whichever the hell is gonna get me out of here, right? So that was that. Come to find out, they were was it MI6, and it turns out they were like British spies. They had the accents. Well, the dude had the accent of the British, and he was connected with who's this Tobias Elwood. I need to look these people up. The number two under Boris Johnson at the time. Holy schmoly, it got deep, man. That's about kind of where I left it. But anyway, they planted some information like he had something to do with the Russians, and then somebody asked him later, "Did he have?" I don't know. Somebody said something about that before, and they tried to show some ass, and then now he got wrapped up into it. So that's kind of like saying, "Oh, you didn't know nothing about nothing, then somebody told you something, and then you said, I heard somebody else say something, and then they saying, oh, that is the basis of the president colluding with the Russians to overthrow the elections." That's basically the gist. Hey man, I don't know how y'all do it, man. Y'all real YouTubers, man. Y'all be like, you know, doing these podcasts without taking bathroom breaks. I'll be back in a hot second. Yeah, I'm back. So yeah, man, that's the other thing, man. You know what's amazing about Farrakhan and Donald Trump? They can talk for like 3 hours and never go to the bathroom. They be like, I'll be like, yo, man, let me go take a piss real quick. All right, bam. Whew. Gotta relax, relax, relax. Let's let it flow, let it flow. Yeah. So what else we talking about? Yeah, Snoop Dogg. Yes. Oh yeah. Dude, what's this guy? Who's this dude? I think should I do a screen share? Y'all just want to hear it. This is beautiful. I think I'm gonna do. Hold on, let me look at it real quick. Make sure it's not. It doesn't. Uh. Oh man, am I allowed to play that? So you got to ask all the time now, man. Oh no, I saw some like video on your site. How about this? How about this? I'm just gonna play it. How about this? Let's just play it. It's 37 seconds. I don't know if this is the whole thing, but let's do it. I'm gonna turn it down first, and turn it up.
All I'm saying to you, it ought to be a woman's choice. I'm not about to be as a male tell a woman what to do
Oh
with
my
her body.
gosh, I can't hear anything.
She has a right to make that decision herself. To rape and incest. Some kids are unwanted.
Oh
So you
my
kill them
gosh, I
now and
can't
kill
hear
them later.
anything.
You bring them in the world unwanted, unloved. Then you send them to the electric chair. So you kill them now and kill them later. But the bottom line is that I think we should be making this decision.
Oh man, that sucked. That sucked donkey balls. I think, unless you could hear it and I couldn't. That's weird, dude. Did y'all hear that?
All I'm saying to you, it ought to be a woman's choice. I'm not about to be as a male tell a woman what to do with her body. She has a right to make that decision herself. To rape and incest. Some kids are
Man, this
unwanted.
sucks.
So you kill them now and kill them later.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. Unless I do it like this. Maybe I could do it like this. Let's try this one. Maybe. Oh, maybe. All right, let's try. See, I kind of want it to be a surprise, but being a surprise is kind of like messing up everything. It's like a dead air, but beautiful. You gotta love it. It's gonna be like so amazing. It's amazing. Actually, you guys probably already heard it, but I couldn't hear it, so I'm wondering right now if this is gonna work. So this is kind of like a technical jumpery. Oh yeah, Milo Yiannopoulos was one of them. I'm just like, wasn't he already kicked off of YouTube or something? Right. So he can't be on YouTube, and now, like, since Facebook is like an Instagram is a Facebook thing, he can't be on Instagram or Facebook. Let's see if this works. I apologize if it doesn't. I apologize if I'm just not hearing it. What if it's just me? Was it me? Let's see how this sounds. if it'll load.
Somebody, regardless of the law, it boils down to me. That's why
Right.
I don't care. If I walk out, I ain't coming back. I ain't gonna walk out and walk back in and say, "Here I am, y'all. Beat me." Go ahead, fight it. But anyway, where are we gonna get the money
Nope.
for this $2 million?
Nope. It
So
ain't even
call
gonna
this
work.
fight this thing.
Damn, dude.
I think it's wrong. I think it's
I
wrong.
wanted to
I
play
believe
the
in having
play
kids.
the
I'm a
Alabama
Catholic,
dude,
and I don't believe in
Alabama
abortion. But I believe in abortion
representative
right. My problem
John
is that you don't
Rogers.
take in incest, you don't take in
His
rape,
statements
you
on
don't, but you bring
abortion. It's kind of it's kind of troubling when they move the goalpost that far, where you just be like, oh, okay, so that's what it really is. And really, that's not real. What it really is. It's just part of what it really is. You know, you kind of have a feeling that they just, eliminating us one way or another. And they just making it easier and easier and easier. It used to be like what, first trimester, second trimester, whatever, and now it's like third trimester, and now you got a governor saying, and a representative like, yo, man, I don't know why y'all worried about these babies. Why y'all worried about these babies, man? They're gonna die eventually. Yo, dude. Yo, man, just kill them now, kill them later. Shit, you can kill them eventually. I mean, wow. It's sad, but I gotta laugh, man. I don't know how else to respond to this, man. How do you I mean, in essence, in essence, he's correct, right? I mean, if you look at it, um, but it's always weird, man. It's always weird who we support, who the different sides support killing, right? Like, okay, like the left will say abortion is okay, right? Kill the baby in the womb, if you want to look at it that way. But I mean, fetus, group of cells, big ass baby at 9 months. Okay, don't get it twisted. Yeah, but it doesn't. It's not conscious. It doesn't. Ah, right. They'll support that if it's the mother's choice. Um, but I wonder how they would feel if they set up Planned Parenthoods at the border, right? As soon as you come in, however big you have your belly, you just gotta, hey man, your baby's probably gonna die eventually. You know what I'm saying? You might as well abort that shit right now, dude. You know, that would probably be unpopular, but I wonder what they would say then. We're not for those abortions. We like the other abortions of the people on the mainland, you know, the likely to be, you know, multi-generational American citizen abortions, not the newly arrival abortions. Excuse me. But that's just the one side of it, you know. But on the what is it, the right hand side, they're okay with killing criminals who kill people, right? So they're saying, okay, criminals who kill people, okay, yeah, they just gonna keep killing people evidently, so we should just kill them, right? Um, those seem to be the two polar ends of the spectrum, and I don't know. I just feel more comfortable, me personally, not like the comfortable. We're just gonna make the baby comfortable. Just make the baby comfortable, and then the mama and the mama and the doctor. Damn the daddy. Never mind the daddy. The daddy has no say in this live baby that just came out the mama. It's just gonna be the doctor and the doctor and the doctor and the mama maybe, and just gonna make the baby comfortable before we kill it. We're just gonna kill the baby. Very humanely kill the baby. Just put the scissors through the back of the skull, and it might wiggle, but it's okay. Okay, so you got those two polar, and then you just got a bunch of people in the middle somewhere, you know. But at this point, it's almost become like like it's like flipped almost, man. It's weird, except that the republic the conservative side is still okay with like killing people who killed people, which I get it, kinda. I get it. I mean, you ain't used to this motherfucker. We just gonna keep eating. We gotta pay to feed this motherfucker, right? You're just gonna keep killing him, just like just like hang his ass, send some electric through him or something. Fucking accidentally, put a electric socket in his bed while he lays down. Oops. you know, I get that, but you're the on the left. It's like they're okay with. I really wonder though how many people who will definitely vote Democrat, knowing that they're going to be pushing to kill babies after they're born. They're already doing it. They're. I mean, New York said up to birth. That's about the same damn thing, right? That's really the same thing. Um, and then you got one saying we're just gonna keep the baby comfortable before we kill it, right? They're okay with that, but they're not okay with what is it, capital punishment? Like um killing killers, right? I mean, it just seems a little weird to me. No, we have to keep feeding these killers, but kill the babies. And these people are teaching kids It almost seems what do you call it? Like against logic, antithetical. Just seems weird, man. That's just the way I'm looking at it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I was, I wonder how I would have responded to this if I was in college right now, knowing that they're just going to keep the baby comfortable and then they're just going to kill the baby. Don't worry about the daddy. Is the daddy involved? Does the daddy know that no, the daddy probably okay, that's fine. Don't worry about the daddy. The daddy is no part in this whole thing, although the baby is born. Just gonna kill the baby. It's sad. It's sad we can just now we can do it. But hey, that dude they kicked off of Facebook said that they were gonna do it. That they it's somewhere they're pressing to abort babies up to like 3 years old, or was it two or three? So you can make a decision. You still have like a grace period somewhere in the future, like of because they don't know anything. They're just babies. You know they don't really have life experience in anything. You can just like Can you imagine how many? What if they already had a case where what was it in New York or Virginia or somewhere? I think it was in New York after that bill or the after that law passed, um, and abortion became legal up to birth. A woman was I think she was killed, her and the baby, but they only charged him for her death, right? So it wasn't a double homicide, it was a single homicide. So that's another thing. I don't know how how different that would make a case, but I guess you would have to prove two versus one. Now they just have to prove one. I don't know. I don't know which way it works out best for who, but you know, you do the numbers. Anyway, that's what I'm vibing on tonight. I'm gonna finish this beer, and take a nap, get up, and try to do it again, man. So I hope y'all had a good night. Was it Friday night, Saturday morning? And I hope you have another good one, and then another and another. But anyway, y'all be good. Press the like button if you can, if you will, and or the unlike button. I got an unlike. That's cool. I was like, yeah. Oh, and subscriber number 95. What's up? You know what I'm saying? Hey. You know what I mean? We're growing, dude. Leaps and bounds. Blickety cow. That's what's up. We got another member on the team. We just collecting members left and right, yo. Hey, it's kind of cool. I need to like pay attention. I wonder if there's a way you can find out who's following you and who's like subscribed. Besides looking at the comments, because that's kind of scary, man. You gotta see what people say. I mean, it's not so much that as like it distracts me, like reading that and trying to stay focused. So I need to get better at that because I know some big YouTubers who be like interacting with their people and stuff, and it's cool, man. I was like, yeah, man, that's cool. Um, but sometimes it's hard just getting on this bad boy, you know. So I'm gonna do better, but stick with me and we'll grow together. So y'all be good. Peace out. And therefore, on the other hand, nevertheless, word and peace.